Hey Drive Radio fans, I'm your host John Rush from Drive Radio. With us today, Richard's behind the camera, 2014 GX460 Lexus, which as you can see is the mid-size SUV from Lexus. They've got a new NX coming out in 2015, which is a really small vehicle. RX is the next one up. Then you've got the GX here, and then the LX, of course, which we have already reviewed. You can actually check that out down below and look at that review. That's a much bigger car, but great car, by the way. I really like this car size-wise, functionality. It works extremely well. In the short review, we talked about how it's got some aerodynamic things fluting around the mirrors, things to actually help the vehicle get better fuel economy, which I averaged right around 20 miles to the gallon. Pros and cons to it. We'll get into some of this when we do the interior part of the review, but back door still opens from the side like they've been doing. Some like that, some don't. Just depends on, you know, what your preference is. It also has kind of a cool feature where you can open the back, just the back glass does come up. Again, it's just a personal preference whether you like that or not. It makes it easy to kind of get things in and out with swinging the whole gate out. But if the gate lifted up, you wouldn't have that. Again, just the way the vehicle is designed, personal preference. I don't have a preference one way or the other. This car would work fine for my wife, me, the way we do things, etc. But this is the external portion of the GX. A good looking car, by the way. That actually always kind of has been a good looking car, although I will tell you, Richard's fiance, their family actually has one of the older models. Richard, what year is theirs?
A 2005.
Okay, so they have a 2005. So a lot's changed in 10 years. Not that car was bad looking. It was still a good looking car. You know, I actually like this car a little better. I'm still one, and a lot of you will agree or disagree. It goes both ways. The Spindle Grill, which you're seeing on all of the newer Lexuses, there's only a couple of models that don't have the big Spindle Grill. It's a love it or hate it thing on Lexus. I'm not one that is super fond of it. Would I not buy a Lexus because of it? No, but it's not my preference. I would prefer a more cleaner look in the front rather than this stuff bulging out, having that spindle grill. But that's the design of Lexus today. That's what they've wanted to do. Nice headlamp system, and it does work very well at night, by the way. Great car to drive. We're gonna go take a drive in it, speaking of that, here in just a moment, so stay with us. After we do that, we'll come back and we'll do the interior, and we'll give you the full feature review on the Toyota GX460. All right, we're now going to do the driving portion. Richard and I were talking as we kind of do breaks and get around the car some, and one of Richard's comments, which Richard, feel free to chime in. The interior of this car is actually put together very nice, isn't it?
It is very well, put together very well. It's very soft interior. The wood, the wood paneling and the molding everywhere it really is nice. The car is very well put together. Good job.
Yeah, the ergonomics of it are nice, and I know some of you have given us, by the way, jabs on us talking back and forth, so we're doing our best to not do as much of that. But there's times where, Richard may have an opinion like he just did that he wants to add in, and so we're still going to do that. I know some of you don't like us doing that, but hey, you know what? We're the guy behind the camera, you're not, so that's the way it goes. So, not trying to be rude, but you know what? If you want to do this, go out and do it. It takes a lot of time and effort and work, and a lot of you have even jabbed us for not being as professional as we could be. You know what? We're car guys. We are not professional videographers. We're not on TV. I'm a radio guy. I know how to do radio. But anyways, back to the car. Great car. As you can tell driving around on this, you can see the camera's not even moving much. Normally through that rough spot we just went through, we'd be bouncing all around. This car drives well. It's very comfortable. This car, for me personally, is going to be a tough car to give back just because it sits upright. I can see over traffic. It's easy to drive in traffic. It's got good power. The car just works fantastic. So Lexus, you've done really well. You hit a home run. This is a great car. Would I recommend it? Yes, we would recommend this car highly. I think it's a pretty good buy if you look at the price tag compared to other luxury SUVs in the market. So car works fantastic. I really do enjoy it, and again, if you want to know more information on it, continue to watch the rest of our review and or go down and drive one at your local Lexus dealer. Hey fans, real quick, I also want to put an addendum to this, which we were just talking about. I said earlier in the review 20 miles to the gallon in the review. We just looked, just double checked it, and I'm actually with 22.1 for the entire week I've been driving this. So 22.1 miles to the gallon in a Lexus GX460. Not bad. And I'm a normal driver. I just drive like you normally should. So 22 miles to the gallon. That's a little addition we had on the review. All right, folks, we're back from the driving portion, and as always, hope you enjoyed that. Wish you could drive along with us, actually, but that's the best we can do without actually being in real life. You can always go to your local Lexus dealer, by the way, and drive one of these. So we always encourage you to do that anyways if you're looking to buy a car. Okay, we're going to show you how the back seats come up and down. This will be a little bit longer portion of this, but kind of a slick deal. First things first, you've got to remove this back privacy bar, they call it. So we're going to get that out of the way. You can put that in the garage, leave it inside, do whatever you want to do. Really cool feature. There's buttons actually that you can move these from the side, or you can actually move them from there. So Richard's going to stay there so that he can actually see this a little better, and I'm going to get out of the way so you can actually watch it. But I can actually move those seats up and down from inside here, and they can do them independently, which you've just seen. I can stop, start accordingly. And by the way, it's really kind of a cool feature. I really do like it. Headrest would flip up, and then you actually have a recline up and down with an additional button that the people sitting here can actually reach to, where my finger is right here. You can actually recline these back and forth depending upon who you've got sitting in it, etc. But again, if we want to close them, we're just going to do the same thing and push the button and close them on down. It's really, again, a very nice, simple system to use. Actually, one of the nicer systems that we've used when it comes to this particular size of a vehicle. Again, when you pay $60,000, you would expect some of that. But Richard, come around front real quick. I'll let you come to the passenger side. I'll go to the actually, show me in the back seat real fast. We had people actually in the back seat. I actually had somebody sitting back here that was well over 6 feet. You can see the room that I've got here. Plenty of room. Again, and this seat's back, by the way. This seat is not even forward, so you can just see how much room's in here. Very luxurious. Separate temp controls, etc. for the back seat passenger right back here. I'll just slide across and get out into the front seat where you can actually see the front of it now. I'll dub this out.
That's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay, so now we're up in the front, and Richard's going to climb in here for just a minute, but let me go ahead and start it. You'll hear it actually start up, and don't mind the background noise, but that gets rid of some of the beeping, etc. Nice interior. Richard, why don't we start down here at the console? They've done a nice job. These actually move in and out independently depending upon who's sitting here. You also can grab down below. Nice spacious console. Down inside it's dark, so that's really hard to see, but it's a nice spacious console. It does have cup holders here. These flip up and cup holders go here. And by the way, these are actually big enough to fit a nice full-size drink, which I really like. I carry a water bottle with me most of the time with a koozie attached to it, and this has enough room to even put that in there. All of your controls for your four-wheel drive settings. In the short review, we talked a little bit about how you can actually change the height. That's done here for off-roading. You do have a low range in this car, which we haven't talked much about that, didn't even talk about it in the driving portion, but this car has low range, which a lot of vehicles in this segment do not have. So having a low range kind of makes it nice. Has a deceleration downhill control. That's what this is right here. And of course your gear selector. You just have another little compartment here where you can set your phone, charger, however you want to do it. Heated and cooled seats, which you can see here. The buttons down below next to that. This has the full new Lexus InTune system in it, which we like. This particular vehicle has the additional Mark Levinson sound system, which by the way is worth the $1,100 I think. It sounds really awesome, works great. All the steering wheel controls and everything that you need are right here. This is a very comfortable vehicle to drive. I love the size of it. Again, is this a vehicle I would own? Yes, it would. Full sunroof. Again, this car is just designed size-wise, and then to get 20 miles to the gallon on top of that, really nice vehicle. I really have enjoyed driving it. So, hope you've enjoyed this review. 2014 Lexus GX460. The 460 stands for the 4.6 liter V8 engine that's in it, which again, they're getting 20 miles to the gallon with. But keep watching us. We'd encourage you to do so. Subscribe to our channel if you like it. If you like our radio show and you want to hear more about just day-to-day stuff in the industry, car questions, etc., listen to our show, Drive Radio, every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can listen to it on an app called, what is it, Richard?
TuneIn.
TuneIn app on your iPhone. I should know that by heart, but don't listen to it much because I'm usually the guy on the air. So you can also go to 560thesource.com, listen to it live there. Check out our website if you haven't been there yet, drive-radio.com. And if you're watching this from the YouTube side and you haven't been to our website, please do so. We have a full written review, kind of synopsis, putting a synopsis together of everything we do on all the reviews also. And if you found us on the website, thank you. Now subscribe to our YouTube channel. With that, we're out of here. Join us next time here on Drive Radio.